in the integration of urban and rural economies, industry and agriculture, manufacturing and services, and indeed India becoming an important player in the global economy. We can propel India to become a global economic powerhouse and a truly developed country with good standard of living and better quality of life. The task ahead is to transform this potential into reality. I must confess that many a times I envy you for being fortunate to be young at this crucial juncture. I wish I were younger to take full part in this thrilling journey. Dr. Kulwantara and I are of a generation who had struggled a lot to pursue our goals and achieve our objectives. We did not have the freedom of action and the enabling environment that you now have. You not only have growing opportunities emanating from the rapid economic development of India, but also from the integration of the world economy, which has opened up floodgates in many directions. Unthinkable earlier. India is being seen as emerging global power over the next 2-3 decades in manufacturing, agriculture, outsourcing on an international scale. In addition, skilled manpower shortages in many developed countries and their aging population are some of the factors from which we can benefit. India is a young nation with 40% population between the age of 20 and 45 years and 60% in the working age group. The buzzword today is a war of talent. Competition for talent is not restricted to India alone, but is indeed a global one. Indian entrepreneurs are acquiring new companies in the overseas markets. Indian managers are occupying top positions of global companies. Similarly, CEOs of some of the leading Indian companies are now foreigners. I have always been of the view that the talent of Indian managers is second to none in the world. To succeed and excel, Indian managers have to sharpen their skills and adopt modern techniques and practices. Managers of today have to tackle the rapidity and uncertainty of changes, which are enormous. If you add a bit of confusion in the Indian scene, the task is indeed formidable. On the one hand, one has to be a specialist, and on the other, multi-skilling qualities are essential for success. Innovation, that is, ability to learn the art of thinking out of the box, agility and adaptability to the newer, ever-changing and demanding situations are some of the traits increasingly called for. We have to attune our mindset to the demands of a highly competitive world, not only Indian but global as well. When you grow up in your profession, you will have to develop leadership qualities. You have no doubt been taught about it. What I would like to emphasize is that the role of leaders for future will be similar to Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. In simple terms, this means that leaders will have to effectively perform the role of A. Brahma, the creator. That means entrepreneurship, innovation, experimentation. Vishnu, the protector, nurturing, empowering and enabling. And Mahesh, the creative destructor, continuous elimination of non-value adding activities and processes, and one who is ready to face crisis head on. Nilakantha, he took the poison, but nobody was ready to take it. That was the Shiva. All these three roles are important for a leader and an entity. We are all part of the world around us. An important part of life is love and giving. The success that we achieve in whatever we do comes not only from our own efforts, but also due to contribution of a large number of people around us. One must acknowledge with all humility these contributions. To quote Albert Einstein, unquote, "I always think that so many people have contributed to my life and I am indebted to them. I also think that how can I contribute to make others happy," unquote. To become effective leaders, you should appreciate the pain and suffering of others as your own. You should feel happy to help others to be successful and make a difference in their lives. Eventually, love for your people, your organization, and your country are the key to your success. I've always believed that future of India lies in development of entrepreneurship. We have a long history of entrepreneurship, much better than many other countries. What we need is to transform our society to an entrepreneurial one, rather than being merely one of job seekers. Entrepreneurs are the job creators and job providers. I'm happy to share with you that in the last batch which passed out at IIM Lucknow, quite a few students, including the batch topper, opted out of the placement to start their own enterprises. I suggest to all of you to let your creativity flourish and have the upper hand in your life. You can draw inspiration not only from the great entrepreneurs of our country, but other countries as well. The success stories do not come only from organized manufacturing or knowledge-based industries, but also from ideas generated and experimented by others by unconventional ways. For example, Lajjat Papad, Seva, that is Self-Employed Women's Association, or even the Bombay Dabbawalas. Fresh initiatives taken to develop long-neglected infrastructure is indeed most welcome. We have to catch up a lot to be able to provide the basic inputs for growth and development, as also to compete in the global market. The scope and dimension of this area is mind-boggling, and we have to do this with speed. This calls for increasing public-private partnership. This requires management talents like you. Another area to which I would like to draw your attention to is the great opportunities that have emerged or are emerging in the rural and agriculture India. In the all-around development encompass a range of activities for providing the basic necessities of life to our rural population, connectivity of rural India with the rest, modernization of agriculture, and increasing its productivity. You will agree with me, I hope, that this is an enormous task